You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Come on in. I don't know what scotch you're going to get today because I was at a conference all last week. You know the type when you go and you're there. I was there 4.5 days. From 9 a.m. in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. You stop for lunch, you stop for dinner, but you just keep on going. You're talking, you're having a great time. A very powerful experience. Come out worn out, can't really decompress because you don't know what just happened to you. At the same time, you're so excited. So I have no idea what you get today because this is the first show I'm recording back from a conference. But I'm thinking as I get going here, it might get kind of fun. So hang on. Today's about decision making because I had those conversations while I was away talking to some folks at the conference. That's what you do. And also every day here, it's not uncommon for a client to call me and say, Scott, I need some help making a decision. So we'll talk about a little bit of that today, okay? It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. My name is Scott Smith. Nice to have you here today. 20 years almost doing the show. Is that crazy or what? By the way, on the decision thing, I actually believe that you pretty much know how to make a decision. I think you have all the information you need to make a decision. I really believe that. I think you were born with a bunch of it. It took a while to kind of grow into it. But if you're over 25 years old, and I say that because the juvenile brain, not, unjuveniled until about 25 years old, and then you become an adult. But if you're an adult and you've been through a bunch in your life, then I think you've kind of gone through enough stuff to kind of figure out just about anything and make any decision you need to. I just believe that. Yeah, in some cases, maybe not. There are new things. You got to resource things and figure out what to do with it. I get little things happening all the time. But truthfully, the older you get, the more wisdom you acquire. Wisdom helps with decisions. So if you're having trouble making decisions today, and we'll talk about kind of a way to move through the process that does that, just know that as the years pass, they kind of stack on each other. And that's why people that are 30 years older than you tend to make a decision very quickly. I think either A, they know exactly what it's supposed to be, or B, they just don't care anymore. And both are powerful, and both means you're wise. Let's talk about that today a little bit, okay? So I think the act of making a decision is something that everybody has a lot of pain with. Now, personally for me, I make decisions very quickly in most areas, and other areas will go on for years, and it drives me insane, and mostly drives my wife insane. Now, usually those areas is simply because I'm coming upon something that's a bit of a challenge. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know the path. And if I learn anything in doing the life that I do these days, most people say to me, Scott, can you just give me the path? Can you just tell me what to do? So if I were to give you the exact thing to do a decision, it's easy, just like that, right? So we're human. We're living this human experience. We go through this all the time. So decision making, I think personally, it is the most dynamic tool you have in your personal growth toolkit. So soak that in for a second. Really, just say, wait a second. Did he just say it's my most powerful tool? Because I got a DeWalt drill and it's pretty cool. I got one of them, those things, and it's really awesome. I don't have one of those, by the way. No. I have rigid stuff. I know. But I bought the batteries first. You know how that works. I think your ability to make a decision quickly and accurately, if you can get that going in your own mind, in your own life, that's so powerful. And it should be easy because, on the surface, not only have you done just about everything already. I mean, your life has been filled from the day you were born with all kinds of things. And if you're 25 or 30 or 45 years old, there are very few things that you're going to run upon that you haven't done before. I was at one of those, a place called Kava. It's like bole, where, the bowls. And to me, it's like, if I go to a Chinese restaurant, I've learned something about decision making, and that is that Scott cannot make a decision. If you put a bunch of stuff, take your protein and take your veggie and take your sauce and tell me what to put in the bowl and make it. I have no idea what to do. I just can't handle it. I learned that. So I go for the chef's selection. I learned a long time ago to make the decision to figure out who already figured out what's good, and I just order it. That's my decision. But if you follow me into a restaurant like that, any kind of restaurant where there's multiple choices and I have to figure something out, I'm likely to turn to my wife and say, can you do it for me? I figured that out. It's just, I'm not good at it. I don't know why. It's one of those things. Try as I may. But at least I figured out now how to quickly get the decision. And frankly, if you ask me to go to a restaurant like that, it's not going to be my first choice. I'm going to go to the place that has the menu that says, eat this. It's just me, right? Solution to getting what you want, basically, in my case, is emotional, but the truth is it's really logical. And you are either more logical or more emotional, one or the other. We're all a combination of the two, and some lead with emotion, some lead with logic, but we're all a combination. What we want to do is we want to figure out what works and then learn from that. But as we move through this process of learning to make decisions, you have to remember that while it should be easy, you are human, and being human is not easy at all. And a lot of people say to me, well, come on, man, let's just do what we know works. And other people say, no, I'm not feeling it. Let's go with the flow. Let's figure it out. Which one are you? Logical or emotional? Which one are you? It's like an epic battle that Steven Spielberg produced as a movie. It could be a blockbuster movie. Oh, wait, it already is. It's lots of movies. Okay, let's take a side trip to the movies. You want to do that? Why not? Because your life is a big movie. You are the hero of your life. There's no doubt about that. What? I'm the hero? Yeah, you are. In your own mind, you really, truly are. As you get out of bed every single day, you are doing what heroes do in every movie you've ever seen. And if you've ever seen a movie, they follow a 3-act play, or they follow the hero's journey, and there are lots of different versions of the hero's journey, lots of different steps in it. But some people say it's got 9 steps. Others say it's got 1,000 steps, a man of 1,000 faces, all this kind of stuff. But the truth is, when you see a movie, here's basically how it lays out. And see if this sounds like your life today, and see if it can help with some decision making.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The lone wolf, who you thought was a good collaborator because you didn't have the right candidate insights. But once you hired them, it was all hoarding info, declining meetings, and howling at the full moon? But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can go deeper than just the resume to find you a perfect fit by using insights from the LinkedIn network to give you a short list of best fit candidates. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
First off, the hero in any movie something has to change. The hero has a problem. They need to make a decision, and they probably don't know what to do. So what do? Well, professionally speaking, they're a hot mess, basically. That's professional terms, right? But it still has to be dealt with. And maybe you're in that situation as well. You have something right now you just can't figure out, some direction you want to go. And it's kind of starting to mess with you a little bit, and you got to do something, but you don't want to, and you don't know what to do. Well, in a movie, the situation suddenly evolves, and it pushes the hero into solving their problem. Now, they don't really know what to do. Think of any movie you've seen where suddenly, boom, everything goes crazy, and the hero now, I don't want to do this. I don't want to take this step. I don't want to figure this out. But suddenly they're forced to do it. Logic kicks in, and they get busy. Same thing with you. So when you're trying to make a decision, you're going to sit there, and if you sit on the fence, you get splinters in your butt the entire time. And what ends up happening is, well, it's not sustainable, because at some point the house is going to burn down. At some point, emotionally, you're going to say, I don't care if I know what to do. I'm going to think this thing through. But in a movie, life does get in the way, and they start trying these actions. It's not working, and their emotions take over, and they're lost. Have you felt that before? You dive in, you go down this path that doesn't work, and this path that doesn't work. You're just trying stuff. Well, what you're really doing is you're making decisions all along the way. It's just you haven't gathered enough information to get them right. In any case, you're still making the decision, right? So you're going after this. You're trying to figure it out. They seem off. But have you ever noticed in a movie that I made this decision to go do this thing, and now it looks like all is lost? There's always this scene where it looks like it's completely lost. They're not going to get what they want. The decision they made was completely wrong, or maybe they didn't make a decision at all. Now it's time to make one. What am I going to do? But eventually, because our hero stepped into the game, our hero has lived it. Our hero has acquired wisdom along the way. Our hero has looked what works and what doesn't work, and the brain gets logically dug in and starts to figure stuff out. Eventually, the hero rises, and the hero wins the day. It always happens that way, but it's always because enough information came their way by being in the action state of doing that. So what is the lesson of this story? Well, everything you do has already been figured out. It's already there. Your job is simply to get those emotions aside and get into action mode. When you do that, you're going to start making logical decisions, and the faster that you can get into the mode of actually taking steps toward what you want to figure out, the quicker that decision comes. And the really, really good news, like I said, I think you already know how to do almost everything. If you'll lean back into your wisdom, the wisdom you've acquired over a lifetime of being alive, you don't have to go through all that crazy stuff anymore. In fact, that's what makes you really valuable. That's what makes you really wise. Lean on that. I cannot tell you how many people I work with as coaching clients, and they come in and they want to reinvent the wheel. I'm saying, why do that? You're 45 years old. You've figured out 45 years of life that a lot of people never got the chance to. A lot of people haven't done yet. Why are you working so hard at this? Lean on what you know. Lean on your inner knowledge. Lean on your inner wisdom. And if you don't have that, well, lean on action. Get in the game and figure it out. That's all you have to do. So what's tomorrow? Well, tomorrow, we're going to kind of take a side jump down to the average perfect day. Something I've talked about now for, I guess, since a long time. 16, 17 years, something like that. And a lot of people love the concept. A lot of people don't understand the concept, but it's a neat way to get yourself thinking about how you can create your day in the way you want it to be. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Boost.